Meantime, Chastity, I think it's a better idea to head to the kitchen because you and I can dabble in that a little bit, especially with Lucy.
Candace, that's what I've learned. When you don't know anything about a script, you get quickly out of it and come over to the kitchen. We know plenty about food. We're here with Lucy Greer this morning. Great to see you, my friend.
Thank you.
Lots going on for the holidays. And you know, it's crazy because people still may have things from Thanksgiving left over, turkeys in the freezer, that kind of stuff. And I have heard of pot pies, mainly with chicken, except this is a turkey pot pie.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. You know, it's almost a week past Thanksgiving, and for those that, you know, had it over the weekend, they may still have some turkey, or like you said, they may have picked it and put it in the freezer and don't know what to do with it. I love chicken pot pie. My grandfather used to make this is his recipe, and we are going to take a shortcut today. We like
shortcuts.
We like shortcuts.
Anytime we can take a shortcut.
Sure. So I'm just going to use a crust that you just buy right in either the dairy department or the frozen food. Posey always made the crust. And I've done chicken pot pie on here before, making the crust. So if you'd like to see that recipe, that's on our website. It's just under chicken pot pie. But today, of course, like we mentioned, we're doing turkey.
And you know, with the pot pies, you always have the nice crust. Robbie loves pot pies, any kind of pot pie. But you also have a lot of vegetables, and you also have the meat, so it's very filling.
It is very filling. It'll feed a lot of people, and this is a great one to go ahead and you can do it the day before and then pop it in the oven before supper time. So what I thought we could do is just kind of get started. We're using, you know, old canned soup here, which I like to use, and he did too, cream of celery.
Okay.
So I'm going to use 1 can of that and cream of mushroom. And then I'm just going to add 1 can of chicken broth. And the only thing that we're going to season it up with is a couple teaspoons of salt and a teaspoon of pepper. So I'm just going to get that in here.
So yeah, really easy as far as the ingredients go.
Yeah, and if you had leftover veggies also, whenever Papa had, you know, if they had green beans for supper or peas or whatever, if he had a little bit left over, then he would always just pop those in the freezer. Then when he made pot pie, just pull everything out. I'm not that organized. So we're going to use vegetables today, you know, just that you get either the frozen ones or out of a can.
I feel like you have an excuse though, because I mean, you have 2 little ones that are now up and running full force.
Oh my gosh, yes they are. They are all over the place. We had a good Thanksgiving. We went to Dothan, which is where my husband's from, and spent time with his family. We were there all weekend, and gosh, they, you know, love playing outside. They're just fun, a fun age, about 1.5 years, so it's a good time.
Yeah, and Jack and Nick, again, they're running now. I've seen it for myself. So
yes, they are. They're a lot of fun. And then I'll just mention one thing also that's kind of different that he always did. You've probably never seen macaroni and pot pie before.
I'm all for it.
I am too. It's the best part. So I just took 3/4 cup of dried elbow macaroni and just boiled it according to the package directions, you know, and cooled it down. And we're going to add this to it. So this was definitely always my favorite part. We still joke. He was a great cook, and we always went over there for birthdays, you know, whoever's it was, and you could kind of pick what you wanted for dinner, but the options were always chicken pot pie or barbecue chicken. So it was always like, you know,
so it's like one of the
can
two?
we have, you know, such and such? No, how about one of these things?
Right, one of the two.
One of the two. So I, of course, always chose chicken pot pie, and then Posey would always make whatever dessert you wanted.
Of course. That's why Posey holds a special place in my heart.
Yes. And she, for her birthday, he would always make fried shrimp, but only for her.
Right.
So everybody else had chicken.
You can kind of excuse him for that. It is Posey.
It's Posey, so she gets whatever she wants. But I love it. And this is just, you know, kind of a unique recipe. Whenever I make it, everybody always likes it. Super easy.
So what's going on at Greer's right now? Of course, we just got through with Thanksgiving, but we're going into the holiday season, which is just as busy.
Today is, you know, the last day of the month, right? So it is the last day to register for our plane tickets.
Yeah.
Our Home for the Holidays. So if you go online, greers.com, you can register to win 2 plane tickets that you can use, you know, whenever you'd like. So just a little promotion we're doing, Home for the Holidays. And
I like it.
Our recipe contest is cooking off too. Cooking off.
I like that. I like cooking off rather than kicking off.
Kicking off. That's
Cooking
funny.
off. I like that.
So that's exciting. You just go on the website too to put in your recipe.
Kicking off, cooking off, whatever you want to do. Also, yes, you need to go in. They need to go into the store to for those plane tickets.
Nope, they just go right on our website.
Cool. Okay, so be sure to do that as well. We're going to continue working here in the kitchen. We've got a lot more stuff to add to this. That'll be up with Candace next.
All right, sounds good, guys. And I like the idea of that macaroni in the pot pie. A little something different. It sounds delicious.